Oh, hello, my name is Kibou,
And this is my first video. So today, we're going to talk about the Whistle Occurrences series, made by vibingleaf, foreshadowed by way. Alright, before we jump into the entry, you should like and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. The first video of the series was actually uploaded on YouTube on January 25th, 2023. And here in this video, we can see Helen Martin 39, a very first character, in which he had a battle. But anyways, I'll let you decide and see what you can find in this video. After seeing the video, you might probably be confused, but I'll break it down for you to understand. There's three details you need to look for. First is the entity and the player list. And no, this is not just an ordinary word, it's from Hebrew. And translated it says flowers. And the entity is trying to communicate to the player, asking, "Do you hear the whistle?" And the player did not respond. He seemed to be nonchalant. The very first minute of the video is Helen Martin 39 is actually lagged out and died. Respond, and then, until he jumps, suddenly felt an unholy presence. He does only feel it, but the players can't, as his game turns into bright contrast and the sky turned black. Until he finds the entity, flowers, asking, and then, boom, eventually gone out. And then the player is trying to find flowers. As he went into upstairs, into the higher ground, trying to find the entity, it's nowhere to be seen. And as a world, the servers succumbed to darkness. And as he tried to find the entity, he lagged out. And there, we get to see the presence of flowers in Roblox Youtubers body, by the way, as his body stretched out, turned into a horrifying monster appearance, stretched out, and then a silhouette came with a base plate right away, and then disconnected and crashed out. The entity is very, very powerful, that they are using psychological powers to lure players in. And also, they're using emotional manipulation to take advantage on its players. So another thing to note is on the description itself. It says, So I have reported that there was this player who keeps appearing on my games yesterday. I went to record a gameplay after. I did that, but he never appeared again. After I've announced his shenanigans, but he eventually came back. I do not know if this is the game itself or was Roblox in my device hacked to do such things. But he probably wasn't happy at that time. So there are 3 more videos that we need to look over and cover. Let's go now with episode 2. So the second video of the series was actually uploaded on YouTube. It was on July 9, 2024, titled Whistle Roblox. But this time, don't worry, because we're going to watch the video and I'm going to explain it as well. On this video, we do see 2 players named Leaf and MTG trying to complete an obstacle. And suddenly, Leaf died. Then tries to attempt on the second time. And by this time, when Leaf enters, he died again. And a third try, died again. Seemingly impossible, but for them, it is very easy. Now, as soon they manage to go into the high speed, Leaf died, and so MTG died. And they managed to get on the same spot again. As by this time, both of them are died at the same time. It's seemingly impossible, but Leaf, with their determination and persistence, Leaf manages to get into the high peak of the obstacle, in which Leaf won the obstacle. And as by this time, when the camera turns around, a flying teapot was flung, and a face was resembled, a deformed face. Then, this video of flowers sprouting, deforming. Then, this weird video and then cuts. Leaf returns into an empty base plate. As suddenly turns the camera pan, we do see flowers stretching like an abomination, stretch out completely distorted. And then this one happens with some flashing images. Then the camera turns back to normal, as if there's nothing happened. And that's the end of the episode 2. So after seeing the video, we now know the powers of flowers. And the first is they have the ability to manipulate victims. It could be a form of a game or an object, and also has the ability to telepathy and can also lag their games, especially Roblox. And lastly, can also teleport players without the Roblox client system undetected. So there is one image that was shown in the video, and this is the one. Some reported experiencing seizures encountering the whistle. These seizures are characterized by sudden conclusions, loss of consciousness, and potential injury. While the whistle's existence remains unconfirmed, the impact on young players is undeniable. Experts and administrators have investigated the whistle phenomenon. However, no concrete existence. So this video is by far the longest video ever, and it was uploaded on February 7, 2025. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you just a simplified version of me explaining on what really happened on this video. So these 3 players are decided to play a game on Roblox in a lobby. Their names are Colin Martinez, Glock, and Shrek. And Glock is actually experiencing some lag issues, just like from the other victims of Flowers. But in this clip, Shrek is gone. They don't have any idea on what happened to him. So they made an excuse that says Shrek is doing some homework, and the same issue that Glock is experiencing, which is lag. And then we get to see Shrek again. Shrek is back, but the response seems to be a formal tone. So Glock decides to come back and Shrek sends "I love your friend." So Glock made the conclusion that that is not Shrek. Colin Martinez also agrees. But suddenly, Shrek says friend and how to play the game. Glock immediately says, "Stop pranking us." And then they played some games afterwards. And they both suck. Then, Glock confronted Shrek, and this happens. Here we saw flowers for the first time again. And then the screen turns black. Three of them returns and joins into a different game. So it seems to be Glock sent a recording to Shrek, and also Colin Martinez didn't know what was actually happened. So immediately Shrek got logged out and couldn't back in. And Glock didn't actually believe what just happened. So right after, Shrek also believes that it must have been hackers, so Glock has an idea, $1 billion idea. So what he wants to do is he wants to upload the video on YouTube to get more views. And also, Colin Martinez is actually genuinely scared. So they made a reassurance on Colin Martinez, says that everything will be okay. So right after watching the video, there is one missing detail that you didn't actually see. And it was on the part where Shrek was deformed and becoming flowers. And you get to see on the top right, it says flowers in Hebrew language. So that is just the first detail on the episode 3. So let's jump into the last episode of the series. Alright, so the last part of the series. So there's actually a description says that uploaded somewhere on 2013 to 2014. It is not really confirmed as this video was taken from a forum as the original was lost. But this is the earliest footage taken of the Whistle Occurrence. So technically this is the last video of the series, so we're going to check it out. We get to see this warning that contains heavy flashing lights and very loud audio. And as soon as the live stream starts, Torchwood Whitey was actually ranting about how he got banned in Roblox. And then suddenly he approaches an NPC with some interactions to it. As soon as approaches the NPC, he shames the NPC with saying ugly. And right after the interaction, Torchwood Whitey pushed the NPC off the surface. And right after he pushed the NPC off the surface, his world starts to corrupt. Cuts, and then we get to see this very black and red world. And as soon as he got crashed again, we get to see this unexpected error with Builderman with it. And Builderman starts to move itself, corrupted. He got to teleport into an empty base plate with some NPCs. Torchwood Whitey interacts the NPCs one by one. And another one as well. As he soon approaches the last NPC, by the way, the world starts to corrupt again. And a cut, we get to see this. Flowers has successfully launched. And right after, he can't move. And then his world suddenly corrupts again. We get to see this. Torchwood Whitey is saying "I can't" many times, and we get to see flowers for the first time ever, transforming into one of those Stranger Things monster. Right after flowers emerge, we get to hear this terrifying audio.
Oh God! Mom, something's wrong with Kevin! He's not moving, he's shaking! He's not getting up! I'm scared, Mom! You need to call an ambulance! Damn it!
Based on the last video, we get to see some NPCs, right, on the empty base plate with Torchwood Whitey. And it seems to be Torchwood Whitey has become one of the NPCs itself. And Torchwood Whitey was having seizures in encountering flowers. So we get to see back again on the episode 2, which that many players have experienced seizures when encountering flowers. And this is actually the last part of the series. And yeah. But anyways, thank you for actually watching this video. I do really appreciate it, since that this is my first time on uploading my YouTube video. I will get to see more improvements of myself in the future. If you like my video, and subscribe to my channel as well for more future videos for me, for you to get entertained. And a big shout out to some YouTube Roblox Horror ARG people, such as Senpasta, Midnalune, and many others. You guys are actually inspired me to do this one, and I can't wait to see more of my YouTube journey. All right, and I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out, y'all.